Welcome students, welcome to our English classes. So we are learning about a very bright, intelligent person who prepared for his IIT exams and who secured the best rank in the entrance exam and wanted to join in that great college and fulfill his desire. So getting IIT is not an ordinary thing, and that too he got an excellent rank. So getting rank, writing an entrance exam, getting a rank, all these are very difficult things and the great things, great achievements in one's life. And this boy, in his first attempt, he got a wonderful rank. But at the same time, the circumstances were not favorable to him. So when he expressed his desire of joining in IIT college, his father simply expressed his inability of joining him in IIT college. No, son, it is beyond my burden, and you know that I am a salaried person. Ours is a big family. I should marry your sisters and I should educate your brothers like you. So when you go on your way, who will do all these things? So at that time, he simply stood in the corner and controlled all his feelings and also his anxieties. So if you were in his position, how would you react to your father's words? So in the last class I told you that we would definitely react in a violent way, but he is not like that. He stood in a corner and slowly controlled his feelings. Because why his father said these things, bitter truth to his son? Because his son should also understand the reality. He should also adjust in his life. So when you are dreaming about something, when you are running after something, so when it is not possible for a person who is tackling or handling the entire family, so father is the head of the family, he should only give permission to the son to join. So just simply by getting the IIT rank is not the end of it. That is only the beginning. So after that, so many expenses may be happened in the process of education. And those expenses are much higher for a salaried and that too a school teacher like this boy's father. So in all these circumstances, in all these situations, simply he told the truth to his son. No, son, I can't do it. So please try to understand my situation. It is, so on one hand, the son should understand the situation of the father, and father also should understand the situation of the son. So that's why he gave a word to his son. So I can't bear your IIT expenses, but I can give you one guarantee. So how much you want? So you can study in Mysore itself. So you are a very bright son, you are a very bright student. So you can understand my situation. If you are with me, I can do anything. That is also one kind. So here we find one kind of, we find one kind of support in the father's life. If you are with me. So that is the internal meaning of these words. So I should educate my sons, I should marry my daughters. All these things I can do with you only. So you are the responsible person. You are an intelligent person. That's why if you are with me, I can do anything. So be with me. Be in Mysore. And be as a supporter so that I can lead this family. So he is not telling all these things very clearly to his son. But so he is telling all these things with the hidden words and with the hidden meaning. So that's why even this boy also understood the situation of his family members and especially his father's position, and decided not to go for IIT and continue his studies in Mysore itself. So what happened next? Let us see in the lesson. So where did I stop the lesson yesterday? His father was sad that he had to tell the bitter truth to his son, but it could not be helped. So if he hide the secret or if he hide the reality before his son, so that is a great mistake. Okay, son, tomorrow I will join in your IIT college. Day after tomorrow I am going to join you in the college. Like that, for how many days he go on postponing? So on all these days, the boy will get some mental tension. Yes, my father is going to join me tomorrow, day after tomorrow, like that. When the days are passing on, so the tension and also the feelings of the boy will also mold up in his life. So it is not good to hide the truth. So how long you can hold the fire in your pocket? So one day definitely it will burn your life if you won't reveal it at proper time. So that's why in the beginning itself his father told the truth, bitter truth to his son. Chedu nijam. So truth is always chedu, bitter. But you should understand the truth. So education is always bitter. So while we are preparing for our exams, we all feel sad about it and we all struggle to get it. So some of you may even scold your parents, teachers for educating you or for making you to sit before the books and read for hours together. So why you are making us to read like that? What will happen? There are so many people in the world who are not having proper education. Why you are insisting us? Why you are forcing us? So you can understand the value of education only after getting the results. But it may take some time to get the results. So immediately in the instant we are not getting the results from education. It may take some time, 10 years or 15 years, but definitely the hard-working students will get the best results in their life. That's why we say that the roots of education are bitter, but the fruits are sweeter. Do you want the sweets? Do you want the sweet fruits? So then you work hard. So there is no other secret. If you want, so today we are eating mangoes and telling, oh, the mangoes are very sweet. From where do you get these mangoes? From the roots. When roots are absorbing the minerals from the soil, and these minerals are passed on to the fruits, and we are getting the sweeter fruits. The same way, your education, your childhood, you should be dedicated for acquiring the knowledge. How minerals are useful for the trees, here the education is also very helpful to us. And here, this man, his father is telling no to his sons. He's putting a kind of hindrance to his development. So how sad he might have felt for saying this bitter truth to his son. The teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dream had burned to ashes. Definitely, it's a great hindrance for his development. So, it's a great barrier for his development. We are expecting something. So, when I say no, you all want to play in the ground. You ask your teacher, sir, I want to play in the ground. No. When I say no to you, how do you feel at that time? Definitely we all scold our teachers. Today it is your games period, but even then also I am not allowing you to play in the ground. So we completed the syllabus, we completed the lessons, everything is over and you are expecting to play in the ground. But simply we are sprinkling some water on your desires. How do you feel? After all, for missing a small one games period, you are feeling like that. And here this boy is missing his entire life. Of course, life is not end with the IITs. Life is not end with a small desire. If you fail in one desire, that is not going to be end in our life. So let me tell you one example from Abdul Kalam's life. So he desired to get a job in one of the prestigious government institution. So he went for the interview. He did nicely in the interview and he expected the job. But in the final list, in the selection list, his name was not there. So at that time he got so much of dissatisfaction. He wanted to commit suicide. Even Abdul Kalam also thought of ending up his life at that time. So I expected this job. I performed well in the interview. So, but why didn't I get this job? So I might have made a blunder in the interview. So like that, he got many thoughts about his life, about his performance, about his abilities, and he went on thinking about his future. So my future is end up with it. My future is very blank, very dark. So there is no future for me. Like that, he went on thinking like that. So all of a sudden he saw that this incident happened near Haridwar. So all of a sudden he saw a beautiful, peaceful ashram before his eye. Any other person would think about or think in a negative way, and this fellow also got that kind of negative thoughts in his mind. But immediately after seeing that beautiful ashram, pleasant ashram, he went there. So by seeing this boy's face, this man's face, the head of the ashram, the great saint, came and sat near him, and simply he pressed his hair and said, "Remember Kalam? So you are desiring for that job, but some other job is desiring for you. So always remember, you always love the people who love you more, but don't think about the people whom you love." So there is quite difference between these two words. So we love many people, but some people love us. Your parents love you, your teachers love you, your best friends love you. But instead of thinking about them, we go on thinking about the persons whom we love more. So here you loved this job very much. That's why you went for the interview and performed well. There is nothing wrong within you. So it is not your mistake. But when you are thinking in one way, God is thinking in another way. So your desire is job, but God's desire is not that. So he's thinking something separate or something unique about you. So that you have to understand. So go on your way, you put on your effort, and definitely one job is awaiting you, and you join in that job and you get some excellent future. You have an excellent future. By seeing that man's face itself, that great saint told these words. In our life also we miss many things. When you miss one bus, there may be some other bus waiting for us. A person who failed in 10th class may become a mathematics professor. So don't underestimate your talent. Here he got a chance in IIT. But here he is missing this opportunity because of his poor financial condition. But don't get disappointed about it. But in the beginning days, because he is a just teenager, it is common. It is natural for anyone to think in a depressed way. Next, the teenager was disappointed. It seemed his dream had burned to ashes. He was near to fulfilling his fond hope, and so far his heart sank in sorrow. His heart sank in sorrow. Why don't our heart sank in sorrow if that kind of problem arises in our life? Even for small silly things also our hearts are getting sorrow. Next, the day came. So he did not reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anyone. So really he was disappointed. He felt very sorry about the situation, but he did not reply to his father. So one incident I will tell from our epic Ramayana. So Dasharatha called Rama and told him that he wanted to make him the prince of Ayodhya. "My dear Rama, my lovely son, tomorrow I am going to call everybody in our court and I am going to make you the prince of Ayodhya." "Okay, father, I am always at your service." He didn't reply anything at that time. So all of a sudden, he called him once again and said, "You should go to forest for 14 years. "Okay, father." Then also he didn't reply to his father. He didn't question him why he should go to forest. "So yesterday you only told me that you are going to make me the prince. And today why you are asking me to go to the forest? So what made you to think like this?" "So no, I won't go anywhere." So he may talk against his father, but he didn't reply to anyone. He didn't even question him. Simply he accepted the order of his father and went to forest for 14 years. What happened to Rama? We think that he lost 14 valuable years in his life. But instead of becoming the king of Ayodhya, he became a world famous person. After going to forest, he killed Ravana and became the god of the entire world. So still his popularity increased in the world. His name became very popular in the world. So what we feel, whatever you feel in your lives or as your problems, they are not really problems in our lives. They are only opportunities. Every time they give us some opportunity to prove our abilities. So that's why you always challenge everything in your life. So how Abdul Kalam molded his life, changed his life, mentality and attitude, and finally he rose to the level of the President of India. He's the missile man of India. Otherwise, he would have become a normal employee in so-and-so job in which he desired. So the Almighty knows your ability is better than you. For that we should work hard. We should strive hard in our life. Otherwise, without any hard work, no person, even gold also won't be a valuable metal in the world. Because we burn that metal, we beat that metal, we polish that metal, so we are getting the shine of that metal. If gold is not if gold is not like that, if it breaks in the first attempt itself, it won't become gold, it will just become an ordinary item or ordinary metal like others. So shine, if you want to shine, so already I told you in the beginning, if you want to shine, you should burn like the sun. Understand? So here, all these problems are encircling him only to make him a great person, only to bring out of the real talent hidden within him. So that's why they may seem to be problems for ordinary people, but they are not real problem. They are only the testing period for the persons. He did not reply. He never shared his unhappiness or helplessness with anyone. Today he is in a helpless state. Nobody. So father who should protect him, he is expressing his inability, whom he can approach to get help. So our father is our protector. Now his father only is telling or expressing his inability, whom he can approach and ask for help. No. So he was introvert in nature, by nature. He is introvert by nature. Who is this introvert? So introvert means a person who won't express his feelings or they may be happy occasions or unhappy occasions, but they never like to share their feelings with others. So they are called introverts. And this fellow is also an introvert. He never like to share. So he always like to share his happiness only. And that too in a very limited way. We learned in the previous passage. When the food is excellent, when he wrote the exam very nicely he simply said, okay. But means his nature is like that. He never want to hurt others. Here also he did not want to hurt his father's feelings. No, my son, I can't help you. Okay, father. He sat quietly and didn't give any reply to his father because he is an introvert. Introvert in the sense, they never express any of their feelings to others. His heart was bleeding, but his heart was bleeding. Internally, he is suffering a lot. He could not express his feelings. So, what is the opposite for introvert? Extroverts. They express everything to others. Suppose if they get some happy moment, they express to others. They express happiness and also their sadness to others, sorrows to others. They won't keep anything in their mind. So that is somewhat better. So the main problem is with the introverts only. We don't know how they react. So most of the students who are committing suicides, they are most of them may be introverts. They can't say no to their parents. So you want to take MPC? No, I don't know. I can't do mathematics. Mathematics is a very troublesome subject for me. So openly if you express your opinion to your parents, they too understand and try to take some other group. You should take only MPC group. Okay, father, as you wish. So they take the MPC group and after that they struggle a lot for not getting proper knowledge or for not getting proper marks in the exams. They can't tell to others and they can't digest within themselves. So this is what happens in the case of introverts. In one way, extroverts are better. So what is the problem with the extroverts is they even tell what not to tell others. They even express their secrets also to others. But they won't keep anything. So always they keep their minds fresh. But here, so these introverts, they always dump their brains with some worries and anxieties. Okay? But a good word, a good situation will definitely change the minds of introverts also. The day, okay, his heart was bleeding, but he did not get angry with anyone. His nature was not to make others sorrow with his behavior. So that's why, though he was feeling very sad and worried about the situation, he did not give reply to his father, and not even expressed his thoughts to his father, and he even did not get any kind of angriness on his father. He did not get angry with anyone. So if your father said like that, no, I won't allow you to play in the ground, simply we throw the things and create nuisance in the house. So we express our anger before our parents in the by showing some anger on the things, or by using some loose words on others. But here he controlled everything in his mind itself. The day came. So what is the day here? They wrote the exams and they got the results. Now they are going to join in the institution, the premier institutions, the dream institutions. They dreamt for joining in that institution, and this fellow also, like others, dreamt very much to join. So he used to sit under the mandap and think about his future. So now the day came for others. It is not day for him. Though he got that opportunity, he missed it due to his financial career. So always we are talking about financial career, financial career. How can you erase your financial, how can you change your financial position in your life? Today you may be poor. You may be born in the poor family. But how can you change the status of your family? How can you make your family a prestigious and also a wealthy family in future? It's only by education. In the first introduction itself, I told how a poor rickshaw puller's son became an IAS officer. Now, they are not poor. They are getting every kind of respect in the society. Even though you are born in a backward community, you can change that barriers. You can remove the barriers. Only education has that capacity. So no other power in the world has that capacity except education. Vidya Nrupala Pujitambu, even what we say, even the kings, even the presidents also come and respect you. So recently I have studied in a WhatsApp message. A student from our East Godavari, he prepared an app and finally he got the appreciations from President and Prime Minister of India. It is because of education. So education is not a burden. Today it may looks like a burden, but it is not a real burden. It is a boon for all the students. So concentrate and try to change the barriers and try to remove the barriers in the society. Then only we can establish the equality, socialistic society in the world. Next. So his classmates were leaving for Madras. So they got a seat in Madras institution. That's why they are going for Madras. Today we call Madras as Chennai. They were taking a train from Mysore to Madras. So they are staying in Mysore and they are going for Madras. So that's why they are waiting for the Madras train. They have shared good years in school and college together. They studied right from their school level. Even today also we find some friends who start their career, who start their education from first class. They continue up to 10th class. And after that they join in the same college and continue up to intermediate. So that kind of friendship is called strong friendship, cemented friendship. So they can't live apart. So they are the permanent friendships. So even after 40, 50 years also, they remain like good friends. So here also, because they got seat in Madras. These friends are going to Madras, and some of their friends are still staying in Mysore itself. Here, this boy is also a good friend of them. But today they are going to Madras, and this fellow is still staying in Mysore. Yes, they have shared good years in school and college together. He went to the station to say goodbye and good luck to them for their future. Oh, really a good character, superb character. So when others got the rank and you didn't get a rank here, so they are going to Madras and they are going to join in that college, and still you are staying in Mysore. How do you feel at that time? So if you really failed in the exam, if you didn't get any rank in the entrance exam, it is a separate matter. But all those who got the seat in Madras seats, their ranks are somewhat lesser than him. And in one way, he got the best rank in Mysore. So even the least ranked student is also now joining in Madras. So how do you feel at that time? So really it is the position when our hearts get squeezed. As if some needle is pierced in our heart. So I got the best rank, but I am not getting the opportunity. But that fellow got 150 ranks above than me, but still he is joining in IIT Madras. So what is this fate? Like that. So in one way we develop a kind of jealousy on them. But here he went to the station to say goodbye to them, best of luck to them, not from the lips, but he really wanted to say goodbye to them wholeheartedly, without any jealousy. Why should he feel jealousy on them? Did they come and stand before him? Did they come and ask his father not to send him to IIT? No. So there is no role of his friends for not going to Madras. So they did their level best, and this fellow also did his level best. They got the opportunity, and that's why they are going to Madras. But nobody is responsible for the bad luck of any other person. They are not responsible for my bad luck. So I am not responsible for their good luck. So nobody is responsible for others' development or others' backwardness. We are only the reason for our development and for our backwardness. Everything is within you. If you think, we can do anything in this world. So remember this quotation of Swami Vivekananda in this lesson also. If you think you can, you can. So see what happened in his life. Next, at the station, his friends were already there. So they already went to the railway station. They were excited and talking loudly. So on the railway station, on the railway platform, his friends are exchanging their words. They are talking very loudly, and they are shouting and they are laughing and they are excited at that place. And they were excited and talking loudly. The noise was like the chirping of birds. The birds make some sounds. So just like that, here the writer also compared the voice and sounds of the boys like that, as if some birds are whispering and shouting there. It is not a whispering sound. It is only the shouting sound. Hell of noise they are creating on the station. And all others are looking at them. But nobody can control them because they are in a very happy mood. They are in the state of ecstasy. So they were all excited and discussing their new hostels, new courses, etc. So tomorrow when I go to Madras, I choose that hostel. I choose that group. So already I decided to take a CS, computer science, or some said already I decided to take some other course. So like that they are discussing their new courses, new hostels, new surroundings, new friendships, new teachers, new situations. So all these things they are getting excited and talking with each other. So he was not part of it, but this fellow is not part of the group. He stood away from them. So he stood there silently, and one of them noticed and said, so one of his friends came near him and said, "You should have made it." Yes, you should have made it, my friend, he said. So what is the meaning and what is the meaning behind it, we shall learn in the next class. Until then, take care of you, stay at home and be happy.